Beaches and pocket beaches. A beach is an accumulation on the coast made up of loose and unconsolidated sediment, ranging in size from very fine sand up to pebbles, cobbles, and occasionally boulders. The color and composition will depend on the source of sediment. Due to this, we can find biogenic beaches made of shells or coral fragments, but we can also find black or green sandy beaches whose origin is volcanic. Beaches are present in about 40% of the world's coastlines. Some are long and almost straight or gently curved, while others are shorter and include pocket beaches. For example, Novieiro Beach, located in the state of Nayarit, has a length of about 80 kilometers. Pocket beaches. A pocket beach is usually a small beach that is isolated between two headlands. There is typically very little or no exchange of sediment between the pocket beach and adjacent beaches. They usually range in length from a few meters to several hundred meters. Many beaches are exposed to the open ocean or stormy seas, but others are sheltered in bays or behind islands or reefs. For example, in Puerto Morelos, located in the Caribbean, we can find biogenic beaches protected by a coral reef barrier. Beaches deal with the interactions between other beaches and the processes such as waves, currents, tides, and winds. We will learn in depth about these processes in further lessons. There are beaches that have been fairly stable over periods of years or decades, but most show rapid changes, especially during stormy weather. For example, in 2005 Hurricane Wilma destroyed Cancun, Puerto Morelos, and Playa del Carmen beaches. Changes were dramatic. As seen in Cancun, many beaches change in the plain view and in the profile form. This is transverse to the shore. Some changes can be cyclic, where the eroded beach can return to the same plan and profile form over varying periods. Others are prograding or advancing seaward by deposition, while others are receding as the result of continuing erosion. Beaches and pocket beaches can be natural or artificial, formed by the dumping of sand or gravel brought from the land, or from offshore sources. How do beaches are formed? A beach is shaped by the swash and backwash as waves break upon the coast, and the shape of beach will respond to wave conditions. The different characteristics of waves help us understand how they are able to collect or deposit sediment in the form of sand and rock particles. Even when we will study ocean waves in a single lesson, for now it is important that you distinguish two basic types of waves, the constructive waves and the destructive waves. Before we look at the difference between these two waves, let us first understand the different terms that are used when discussing waves. We first need to understand the push and pull of waves at the beach, also referred to as swash and backwash activities. The energy of the swash and backwash helps to determine the type of wave that occurs. The swash refers to when waves travel towards the beach, pushing sediment up to the shoreline. This progressive activity allows the development of beaches and other landforms through a process known as coastal deposition. The backwash, on the other hand, refers to how waves move back down the beach and back into the ocean. During this process, sediment and other materials on the beach are carried away back into the sea. This process is an important concept in coastal erosion. Now, it's time to learn about constructive waves. Constructive waves help build up and develop coastal areas. These waves are characterized by a strong swash and a weak backwash, and the dominating presence of the swash is what brings and deposits sediment onto these coastlines. These waves are characterized by low height in proportion to their length and have relatively low energy. These waves usually predominate in calm weather conditions when less energy is transferred to the water. Thus, these waves are more common in summer than in winter. Additionally, these waves typically occur in sheltered bays and spits, where they help build up and develop depositional landforms along the coastlines. Here's an example of constructive waves.
So here we have examples of constructive waves. This is where the swash, which is what we can see coming up the beach at the moment, is stronger than the backwash. That's when the waves go back out to sea. We can tell that this is a constructive wave